Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of me starting my bulk. And because of that, today I'm doing a bit of a recap essentially to show you what happened, how much body weight I gained, how my physique changed, how my measurements have changed, how much my lifts went up. And in the end, I'm also going to talk about what are my plans for the future after the 1 year bulk. First, I would like to start with the fact that this has been my first ever entire year of bulking without any interruption. Because before this, I have never bulked for an entire year because I just wasn't able to. Because the standard advice that I've always heard was, oh, you need to gain 1 pound a week. And so I always did that. But the thing is, if you do that, you get fat too quickly and you need to stop your bulk too early. Before starting this bulk, I kind of got a realization that, okay, I should probably try bulking slower because I've heard it from other people and it seemed to work well for them. And before, like, I never knew that that thing existed essentially, because all you could ever hear was 1 pound a week. And so this was not only my first 1 year bulk, but also my first slower bulk. So the pace of this bulk was roughly 2 pounds a month of body weight gain, or at least that was what I was aiming at. Going into the bulk, one of my main focuses were arm training. Now that doesn't mean I did an arm day or some crazy shit. All that really means is my main focus, the main thing I really wanted to grow were my arms, because they were really lagging and I'm also very tall, I'm 6'3". So I can have the same arm measurement as somebody who's 5'7", and the 5'7" guy will look jacked as fuck with them and I will still look skinny. And I think I progressed quite a bit in that area. Somewhere where I fell off a little bit was leg training. The reason why, because there was a little bit of a period where I wasn't really able to train my legs well because I had some fucking problem with my back and I couldn't do squats or hip hinges for like 2-3 months or something. And then like I was still training legs, I was doing like leg curls and leg extensions and shit. But obviously that's not as good as doing squats and RDLs. And after that, since my main focus was upper body, whenever I couldn't go to the gym, the first thing I would skip was legs. And even though like most of the time I still went, but I skipped a couple of times and that has also shown in my measurements. But in the past roughly 3-4 months, I would say, I got really back on track and I'm doing everything I can when it comes to leg training as well. And this was also my very first year of neck training. When I started this bulk, I started training neck as well, and my neck grew quite a bit. So now we're going to look at my physique and my measurements as well. So as you can see, this is a little bit longer than my bulk. The red line indicates the start of the bulk and the measurements are in inches. The body weight is in pounds. At the very beginning, my arms, because like I got really lean here, but my arms got really fucking small and they were not even 14 inches, bro. And now I'm very close to 15. I will probably hit 15 in like either a month or 2 months probably. When it comes to my calves also grew quite a bit. Not as much as my arms though, but I think when it comes to calves, it's kind of random. Like I will do the same kind of fucking training all year round, and as you can see, like my arms are consistently going up here, whereas that's not really the case with my calves. They like go up a little bit, go down, go up, go down, go up more, go down. What the fuck happened? You know, it's like completely random. It depends a lot on when you measure it. Then we get the forearms, which have improved a lot as well. They were 11 inches when I started and now they are almost 12. They are 11.85, which is really nice. You know how I achieved this? The answer is very fucking simple. I trained my forearms. That's right, this is also my first year actually where I am taking forearm training seriously. I just take it as a part of my training. It's not any different for me than a squat or bench press or anything. And I did 6 sets of forearms per week for the entire year, and that's what I got from that. Then we got the quads. That's what I was talking about. The quads didn't grow as much, and here it's 22.83, and this is like these last 4 months where I really started taking it seriously a lot, and you can see that it has grown a lot. So now it's 25, almost 25.5 inches essentially. Then we got the waist. The waist obviously is something that you don't want to go up. It obviously went up because I was bulking, but it didn't go up that much. It went up around 2 inches, a little bit more, which is fair. I think that's perfectly fine, you know, that's not a lot at all. But when it comes to the whole like trying to measure how fat you are, I think something that's even more useful than the waist measurement is the next line. You can wonder, what the fuck is this third hole? What does that mean? Well, that means which hole I use on my belt, and I feel like that is way more accurate than when it comes to your waist measurement, because your waist, like, you measure that right above your belly button, and it depends a lot on how much you ate that day and all that shit. You can push out your stomach a little, you can pull it more in, so there's a lot of room for error and cheating essentially. But when it comes to which hole you use in your belt, it's completely different, because you can measure your waist badly, but you cannot put the belt in the wrong fucking hole, like, you get what I mean? It's going to be first uncomfortable as fuck to use the inappropriate hole, and then after a while it's gonna be pretty much impossible. But as you can see, I started tracking this a little bit too late. Probably I was using the second hole here or something. But yeah, third hole, nothing really happened. You can see there's not that big of a difference. Then we get the glutes. I have no idea why the fuck I measured those. I don't really care about that. I have a 1 meter long tape measure, and now I wrote way too big, because yesterday I tried to measure them and too big. It doesn't fit in the tape measure. So DJ Khaled suffering from success. And then we get the neck, something that I actually do care about. So here we got the 13.78 inch neck. And that has gone up a lot. Like it's 1.5 inch pretty much. Then we move on to the lifts. By the way, I want you to appreciate how good this fucking Excel is, because, you know, I try to make it very easy for you to look at. This is what my fucking version looks like. It's completely white. It has none of the fucking fancy colors. It's all in centimeters. So next we're gonna look at lifts. I collected a couple of lifts here that I know for a fact that when I get stronger on them, my muscle that is correlated to that exercise is getting bigger, period. And so the very first thing we have that we're actually going to care about is belt squat, which I only started tracking now because I haven't been doing belt squats before. Next we get the bench. My bench has gone up so much. Like, this was my bench at the beginning. This is the bench now. Like, my 10 rep bench has gone up almost 45 pounds. As you can see, lifting is completely random. That, like, I've been doing the same shit all year pretty much, but still, you know, I only write a new thing here if it's a PR. And as you can see here, I haven't wrote anything for 3 months because I just wasn't progressing really anything for 3 months, even though I was doing the same program as before and as after. And then afterwards, boom, randomly we got around 5 pounds here, fucking 11 pounds here in 1 month. So as you can see, like, sometimes progress is just completely random. These are dips. So here I was able to do body weight plus 5.5 pounds, and as you can see, my body weight here was around 180, 182. Now we got to almost 50 pounds for 12 with a much higher body weight as well. So I didn't just add 45 pounds to it. Actually, I added 45 pounds plus 17 pounds, so that's 62 pounds, I think. Then we got the pull-ups, body weight 7, 8, and then I actually went to add on a little bit of a weight. Now, pull-ups are one of those lifts for me that progress really fucking hardly. Probably one of the reasons for that is because I have a very high body weight. Like, if you look at this body weight, the reason why this is so high, this might seem very high, but I'm 6'3". So that's the reason why it can be so high. Now we got power shrugs, which is my main movement for my traps. I have started training my traps very seriously, and here it was 187 pounds for 8, and we got up to fucking 297, so almost 300 pounds for 7. Then we got the OHP. Here we got the OHP. The thing is, I have 2 programs. If you've seen my video where I break it down, it's essentially 1 program, but it's 2 programs. It's only the exercises that change, and I do one for like 3 months and then the other for like 3 months. And where you see these gaps, a lot of these exercises are only in one of the programs, so that's why we have the gaps. So that's not me not progressing, that's me like not doing the movement, but doing another movement instead. The OHP was 88.2 pounds for 9 here, and it got up to this. But in the past 3 months I have been doing a seated 80 press, and I am currently at, I fucking hate pounds, fuck pounds, 121 for 7, and I know for a fact that my OHP is around the same as my AD press minus like 5 pounds, so probably I could OHP around 115 for 7 right now. Then we got the Smith JM press, which is a very recent addition to my program, and this is gonna be my main tricep builder. I'm going to keep this in my program all year round. 38.6 pounds for 8 reps. Now keep in mind this doesn't include the bar itself because I have no idea how heavy the bar is, so this is just the weight I put on the bar, and we got it up to almost double. Next we got the dumbbell preacher curl. I progressed a lot on these as well. This is the most standardized bicep lift like ever, and here we got 33.1 for 9 reps. Then we got the RDL, which again here I wasn't really doing it because I wasn't able to because of my back for a while, but then I started doing it, and you know, this was when I was getting into it again, but this is like, I was obviously stronger than this, like come on. This was just the highest number I was doing at that time because I wanted to be careful and go up slowly, and then here we got a little bit better. And the last time I did RDLs was this, but now I'm doing dumbbell RDLs, much more reps with the same weight. And then we got the body weight. As you can see, for the most part I have gone up, yeah, this is like the daily body weight, so this doesn't really matter that much. This is what matters. This is the monthly average. This is what you actually want to look at. Here we got down a little bit. This was, I don't fucking know what happened here, honestly. Here it looks like I went up a lot, but this is because I started taking creatine here. If you take an average of what I gained, yeah, that's a little bit less than 2 pounds a month. And I'm also going to put a few pics of the physique here. This is my physique now. I'm probably also going to put old pictures of my 1 year ago physique. My lighting was different in the other place. The reason for that is because I was living at another place. Like, I have moved 2 times since I started my bulk. The point is I wasn't able to do the exact same lighting. This is my left arm. It's a little bit smaller than the right arm. This is the right arm. Then we got the legs, which look really shitty for some reason and really fat here right now, but my legs are actually pretty good. Not on this one though, this one's good. Then this is what I look like, completely relaxed. So this is not flexing at all, this is just what I look like. The best thing is I still have fucking abs and wings and everything. It's like I'm still really lean. My back has also improved a lot, and here you can see my forearms. Now let's talk about what my plans are for the future. I have been bulking for an entire year, so now I'm gonna cut, right? Fuck no, I'm going to keep bulking because as you can see, like, I'm still fucking lean. I have abs, veins, everything, so I'm just going to keep on bulking. But when it comes to the pace, I already feel that this pace is too fast for me at this point, so I'm going to take it back a little bit. So I'm only going to do 1 pound of body weight gain per month, not 2 like before. So it's going to be much slower, and right now I'm around 197, 198, and I'm planning to go until 210, and at 210 I am going to re-evaluate where I stand and whether I want to continue bulking or do a cut or recomp or whatever the fuck, and that should give me around a year and a little bit of goals for my future year of bulking. So right now I'm at 14.8 inches arms. I gained around an entire inch and a fifth of an inch in a year. Now my weight gain is going to slow down a little bit, so am I going to gain as much? Probably not. But I also started doing the JM press, which I know for a fact that it's going to transform my physique, so maybe I can be hopeful. But I would say, since I'm not even at 15 yet, 16-inch arms would be a bit of a stretch, but 15.5-inch arms in 1 year, I think that's a good goal to shoot towards. I'm pretty confident in that I'm going to achieve that. Then we got the quads. I am definitely going to be able to achieve 26.5-inch quads. That's not even a question, and I am hoping for 27. I think that if I push really hard, I might be able to also achieve 27 inches quads, which would be really fucking cool. When it comes to calves, I'm glad if I grow. I don't really have any goals for that because they're completely random. My only goal is for them to get bigger, and how bigger they get, I don't give a shit about. Also because I know for a fact that when it comes to calves, like, bro, you just gotta have kids. Like, it's common knowledge at this point that when you have your first kid, is going to add 1.5 inches in your calves, and then after that every single kid is another 1/2 inch until you reach around 5. 5 tends to be the limit, and after that you don't really get extra calf growth for an extra kid. Another goal of mine that I'm not sure if I'm going to achieve, but I'm sure that I'm going to get pretty close to it, is to do 2 plates on the bench for 10. I have never benched 2 plates before because I'm not going to fucking max out or something. I would be able to bench it right now probably, but I'm not going to do it. First time I'm gonna bench 2 plates is gonna be for 10 motherfucking reps. And then I also would like to see a 16-inch neck. I could probably easily get that and maybe get even higher, maybe 16.5 maybe. And then also we got written down the 2-inch dick here. Right now it's around 1.5, so I would like to see a little bit growth. So yeah, next year we'll come back and see how much of those goals, how much of those prophecies I have fulfilled, and wish me luck for this next year of bulking. I'm also wishing all of you guys luck for your bulks or cuts or whatever you are doing, and watch this video next now that you have watched this one.